The point of these long cooking videos has been to show you how you can kind of streamline and make prepping a lot of vegetables for your family and for yourself a lot easier so that it's not quite so overwhelming. There is no better way or day to show you this than when I am completely cooked out. So you can tell how my threshold for cooking has changed by the way that when I'm completely cooked out, I come up here and cook. I am going to make sure that we get through some leftovers, and then I'm gonna just throw together a couple of other pieces to supplement. We have mushroom soup, we've got rice, we've got still a little bit of vegetables. This is from my leftovers video where I chopped up roasted vegetables from previous meal, and then I put it in with some butternut squash soup. And then this is the vegetables that I put in the spaghetti with Lilly. And this is some corn that my grandmother made for Thanksgiving. There's some root veggies that we tossed in the wok for Thanksgiving, mashed potatoes, and then here are beets that we'll use with goat cheese, also from one of my recent videos. We've got some sweet potatoes from yesterday that I cooked with Thanksgiving for my sweet potato dish. I didn't use all of them, so we had leftovers. And then tonight I will be making, this is very fresh, very organic, local venison, right here from our neighborhood, accidentally brought to us by a neighborhood vehicle. So we've got some venison sausage. I literally will just throw that in a pan. I put on a lid. And I'm gonna leave that alone for a few minutes. I'm gonna turn on my wok, turn it on high. I'm gonna slap in some coconut oil. As that heats up, I'm going to make some sauteed spinach with onion, garlic, and mushroom. So first, I'm gonna take garlic that I've peeled, and I'm gonna put it straight through the Vidalia chopper on the tiniest grate. That is that. So as that starts to heat up, the garlic will already be cooking. I'm going to take my larger grate and do onions. So this is 2 onions. I'm going to add it into my wok. Chopped on my mushrooms with the Vidalia chopper really quickly. Now they're all chopped up into little pieces, and I'm going to add those in with the onions and garlic, and I'm done with this. So I've got onions, mushrooms, and garlic going in here. Now I'm going to add spinach. I open up a hot spot on the bottom of the pan and then add in a bunch of spinach and fold it in with the hot veggies. That'll help it cook from the top and the bottom at the same time and wilt it down fastest. You can see how that's starting to look like there are a lot of greens in there, but they'll very quickly start to wilt up and disappear, and I'll need to add a lot more. I'm gonna get another box. There you have it. I looked through my leftovers. I decided we probably needed something green, so I threw in onions, mushrooms, and spinach, a little seasoning, a little garlic, heated up some protein for myself and Aiden. That's me not cooking. So I had no energy for cooking tonight, but then my stomach started to remind me that I will need to eat again, and I began getting texts and inquiries about whether or not I was going to feed all of those people that I just fed a feast for last night. They're gonna need to eat again. So I do come up, I do make something fresh, usually a vegetable dish for my brother and a protein dish for Aiden. And after I've made those 2 things, you know, my bases are pretty much covered as long as there are leftovers from meals that I made previously this week. So this is what we've got tonight. This is what I chose to put on my dish. I've got mashed potatoes from Thanksgiving, the beets and goat cheese from the previous video, the sauteed root vegetables, which I'll make a video for soon. You just saw me make the spinach, onion, and mushroom, and then this is the venison on top. So I'm gonna go see if I can find some of that gravy from last night. My sister made it with arrowroot powder to thicken it so it's grain-free, so I can actually eat it, and it's delicious. And I think it'd be really good on top of virtually all of this. Have a good night.